All right, let's do another one of these. So this is Eric Louis versus Daniel Gourdeau, who's a player from Montreal, I think. He's a Canadian fellow. Anyway, this is another great game. I like both of these players a lot. Neither of them gives away a lot on their face. They're both really interesting. Eric won Nigiri again, so he took black and played exactly the same Fuseki. This is really interesting. So Eric plays black. When white opens here, black is really quick to come down that way. And in the game with Matthew played here, but Daniel instead decided to come over here. So Eric took this one, and you're starting to see what his plan was, which I thought was pretty interesting. Then Daniel comes over here, and Eric comes and approaches far over here. So this is already kind of reminiscent. Interesting, Daniel also picked the same two-space high pincher here, which was... Anyway, I'm not familiar with this Fuseki pattern. It was really interesting to see the same game played twice. When Eric was on the receiving end of this pincher, it's interesting. He played this one, and Daniel played out this pattern here, which is a little pretty interesting. So Daniel plays this pincher, and then Eric attaches. Oops, doesn't play there. Plays here, and Black plays the cross cut. And so this is a fun Joseki. It's a little different when the white stone is here than when the white stone is here. The stone's 1 point farther away, which means this isn't actually the Joseki move. And white can't play quite as strongly as he otherwise can. I mean, usually if the white stone is there, black has to play here. But instead, since the stone's farther away, black can play here, and white doesn't really have a lot of moves that look nice. So black gets to come out kind of unimpeded on the fourth line. This is kind of a nice deal. And white kind of has to let him. So this is sort of the best checking that white can do. Of course, it's pretty important to check this fourth line extension. And so black maybe took a lead from there. I think Daniel was saying that he felt like he was behind on cash the whole game, and I feel like a lot of that had to do with this mistake here. You know, this moyo isn't such a big deal. It's open at the bottom, so it would be balanced if this had been a normal Joseki, maybe. Anyway, so white splits. Black plays here. White comes out this way. And I was assuming that black would do something to protect his base here, but I think that once you've played this sort of awkward extension from the star point, you kind of want to follow it up with something else. Black wasn't really happy with this. He was looking after the game and maybe just playing here, that maybe this would have been better. Anyway, he plays there. White slides, and he kind of doesn't want to just, I don't know. This seemed consistent with his plan, but on the other hand, you know, at this point, white isn't going to protect here like this. White is going to play here. I don't know. It was tricky. So black takes this point, but white can cut across, which he does. And after this, I think white's kind of relieved to have gotten this. Maybe a different move to settle the shape. This one looked nice to me. Daniel was looking at this one. The game move he played was here, which is okay, I guess, but it seems a little. I don't know. It's a shame to make this really strong shape for black. So let's see. So white sort of induces black to make this shape here and squeezes the toothpaste, which I never like. So anyway, black turns. White comes down to the bottom side. This one's easier for me to remember because this was the evening game, and it is 11 o'clock, and I've already been to the bar and been having my scotch. So anyway, white plays here to sort of limit this, but this is a good point for black to get. And the two players were looking at the game afterwards, and white played here to settle himself, but maybe he didn't need to. It doesn't look like black can actually kill this group. So similarly, that means that black shouldn't do this. Maybe he should play here. Anywho, black plays here, and this is maybe, I don't know. At this point, it seems like, you know, this really good shape that black got is kind of undone by what he was in a hurry to do here. White's still alive. It's no big deal. But black got sente. I don't know. It still looks like a good game for me for black. Anyway, what do I know? I don't know. So this was interesting. As soon as white played there, black threw this down almost immediately. And then this is, I mean, white wants to make this sente, but it's pretty much sente anyway. Like, if he's worried that black is gonna, I don't know, tanuki to go somewhere, this sequence here is really, this is painful for black. Right, like this, ugh. I don't, this is still nice. So I feel like white didn't have to do this because it was going to be sente anyway. Anyway, white plays here, and maybe he should just push and cut because this is his chance to attack something. Instead, he jumps, and black plays here, which again is sort of aiming at protecting the cut. White attaches as a probe, then plays here, which looks like it's a ladder. I don't know if I looked at this long enough. Anyway, he played there, black answered here, but then when white comes through like this, I don't know. Anyway, black played the double hane. It looked like after the double hane, white settled like way too easily, like way too easily. It seems like maybe you want to make him crawl, but it's not clear. I mean, this isn't really a great shape. The advantage of this is it's done, Black gets to go someplace else, and he uses the opportunity to come reduce over here. White took a long time on this move, came up with this one. And it's funny, I got to see some of the KGS kibitz on this one. They were really expecting one of these attachments. But black just takes it real cool. I think he doesn't need to do anything desperate. He's got a lot of cash. The cash here, this is a big point. He's got cash here. White is not going to have a lot of cash after this is done. So, I don't know. It's just a real calm move. And white, kind of needs to do that protection. So, oops, not there. Black plays here. And this is nice. Now these guys are looking awful lonely. And, there's still this invasion problem here. So white protects, and then black leans on it, and these guys look lonelier than ever. So, I don't know. Really interesting. White moves to save him. And I really thought that white couldn't do this, that this looked too good for black. I thought white had to do something else, like, I don't know, something else. That doesn't look like it connects. So, but on the other hand, what did happen, I mean, black can come back here and cut. There's plenty of AGA, but seems hard. So yeah, so now I think it's pretty tricky for white. White takes away the AGA, and then black also, captures his to take away the AGA. But white was pretty, I don't know, maybe white thought he was getting back in the game. It's hard to say. I don't know. I feel like this, what black gains in the center is too much. That was what my count felt like, but I don't know. And then this at this point, white kind of, I think, crashes with a misread. Although I'm not sure it was a misread. I thought white had to do this and sort of stick it out. What did happen was this. And this ko is not one that white can fight and win. I mean, this is just, it's such a huge ko. It's so hard for white. So I don't know if this was a misread or if it was white was just had to do too much to try and hang on to everything. Anyway, these are the games I recorded. I'm going to be here all week. If you think these are interesting, let me know, because I can, hanging out here, I can at least record my thoughts. If you don't think they're interesting, let me know. I'll go back to doing my classes once I come back from this. Or you can catch me on KGS. We're doing these on KGS. So give me a shout. You can give me a holler. And yeah, I need to get to bed because next round starts in 8 hours. So thanks a lot, guys. Hope you thought this was interesting. Talk to you soon.